Well, folks, we have had some warm weather and a bit of rain, and we've got lots more rain coming. So I want to get a little bit ahead of that. The snow has been melting like crazy, and that's left the gravel driveway in kind of a swampy spot where the ice has been stopping the water from flowing down the driveway and draining away. So we're going to go out with the tractor and see what we can do about fixing that. But before we do, I'd like to do a channel shout out. I just received a note from Brian at Codraven. He's got a great channel. I will put a link to his channel in the description below. And his note reads, "You have a great channel and we enjoy watching you, Brian. Keep doing what you're doing and thanks for the sticker." So I have sent him a sticker as well. So he has sent me 2 stickers. We got one big one here and a smaller version of it. So we're going to put the big one up on the board. Now, Brian has got lots of experience out in the bush and that kind of thing, and I have gotten quite a bit of very helpful information from him, and he is really a jack of all trades. Some of the stuff that he does around his home is really quite amazing. All right, there we go. Brian, we're going to put your sticker up right next to Tractor Talk with Gary, who has a really impressive sticker here. All right, there we go, Brian. So Brian, Holly, and Penny did a fair bit of traveling around on their sailboat named Frill. So it was really fun to watch their adventures out in the Maritimes sailing around on Frill, and some of the places that they came across was really quite interesting to see. Now, they have since moved on from that and Frill is gone, but his videos are up there and quite interesting to watch. And Brian is focusing a lot of his time now on their homestead and bringing in firewood and that type of thing, and doing some pretty amazing things with reusing different things and finding deals on stuff. It's been quite entertaining to watch. So make sure you check out his channel and let him know that Brian from Retired for Life has sent you over to say hi. All right, folks, time to get the tractor going. Let's get out there and see what kind of a mess we've got in the driveway and try to do something to clean it up. All right, our first task before we take the snowblower off is to uncover its parking spot. Now, I made the mistake here of not putting away my oiled boards that are underneath this. This wrecked old tarp is what was over top of the snowblower. So I'm going to try to find those boards before we go too far. Just because it is so much easier to handle something heavy like this on a 3-point hitch on these oiled boards. It just makes it a snap to change it. All right, let's get the tractor running and get out here and start digging and see what we can find. Well, I found the first board already.
Have you heard about summer snow? When it falls on you, your blood runs cold. Don't you sweat the pretty skin, 'cause it melts away for its sincere. And you dream about this very night, when the moon runs down the summer sky. Could it be the morning of the spring, when the sea runs dry and starts to sing? Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live.
All right, there's our location. Now I suspect we're going to have to move this again once all this snow and ice is melted,
ran into your next gateway. You cried and got back up again. And it's real to think that I could fly across a broken bridge in the fading light. Never thought ahead of my 2 feet. Never had a care in the world, you see. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. The more you love, the more you live.
all right, there we are, guys. We've got a lot of this stuff pushed back out of the way. We scraped down some of the ice. You've got to know when to call it quits before turning something like this into a mud pool. So we've stopped. I've got what I needed done, and that puts us in pretty good shape. Yeah. We have got a whole bunch of rain coming, so one of the things I wanted to do was kind of be ready for that. All right, I've got one more spot right around there that's a low spot that I'm going to push the curb, that I'm going to push that ice curb back out of the way. Going to dig that out because that's where water accumulates as well. All right, we'll get that, and then we will call that it for this little job and put the tractor away. All right, folks, just a quick video about gravel driveway maintenance in the early spring. Is it actually spring yet? I'm not sure. But whatever the case, we have scraped that down a little bit. Now you've got to watch that you don't spend a whole bunch of time out on a driveway like this at this time of year, because you could just churn it up and turn it into a really muddy quagmire. You got to know when to stop and let it be and let it continue to melt and drain. Now my driveway is a little bit poor of an angle. I need to bring in some more gravel and give it a little bit more of a slope going down towards the drop off there on the right side as you go down the driveway. But we'll see if we can do that this year. I've got to bring in a bunch of gravel, and that stuff's not cheap either. And the other thing that did was give me a badly needed bit of tractor seat therapy. Felt good to get away from the entranceway project just for a couple of hours here. And now we got to get back to it. So how do you guys deal with gravel driveways? Do you have a gravel driveway? It can be lots of fun, especially out in the country like this. My driveway is pretty long, as you can see, but it's all part of the fun of being out here where we are. So thanks very much for coming along, folks. Remember to stay safe out there, be good to each other, and we will see you out on the trails the next time. I think that heavy rain is just about to start. Oh boy.